In a world where men are inundated with messages that their value lies in constant effort, attention, and validation seeking, a new perspective emerges, one rooted in stoicism, identity, and emotional control. This stoic relationship blueprint isn't just a guide to dating, it's a call to stop chasing and start building. A call to become the man she never forgets, not because you begged, but because you became unforgettable. Stop competing, start leading. Today's dating dynamic often places men in the role of applicants, desperate to be chosen by a woman acting as the CEO. But true masculine power isn't about competing. It's about anchoring. The moment you adjust your passions, your time, or your goals to win her approval, you signal weakness. You surrender your throne and offer it to someone who hasn't earned it. Real strength lies in refusal to compete. The man who lives from his purpose, not her reactions, doesn't seek validation. He builds. He leads. He becomes so rooted in who he is that her interest becomes a byproduct, not the goal. And ironically, it's this detachment that makes him magnetic. Detachment is power. The men who flood her inbox are forgotten. The man who walks away in silence, he lingers. Not because he's playing games, but because he has nothing to prove. He doesn't crave attention, he is at peace. This is not about withholding emotion but directing it with discipline. When your energy is no longer a gift to anyone who notices you, you become rare. You must ask, are you texting her because you're interested or because you're afraid of silence? If her attention fills your emptiness, the problem isn't her. It's your addiction to distraction. Mystery over exposure. The most powerful men are not the loudest, they're the most intentional. While others bombard her with compliments and availability, the man who holds space, who remains a mystery, becomes unforgettable. His silence makes her wonder. His restraint makes her feel. He doesn't need to be known, he needs to be remembered. A stoic man knows that mystery doesn't come from manipulation, but from depth. He doesn't reveal everything. He doesn't try to be liked. He shows up with unwavering self-respect, and that silence echoes louder than words. Build an unshakable life. She isn't looking to be your life. She wants to join one that's already in motion. When your time is structured, your goals prioritized, and your mission clear, your presence becomes a privilege. She must earn her place, not because you said so, but because your world is already full. When you sacrifice your gym sessions, your grind, or your growth for her, you send one message: you're my purpose now. That dynamic never lasts. A woman wants to rise into your world, not rule it. If you keep your beat, she'll follow your rhythm. If not, you'll dance to hers until you disappear. Speak to her mind, not her body. She's been told she's beautiful thousands of times. It doesn't move her. But when a man sees past her looks, into her strength, her contradictions, her struggles, he becomes unforgettable. Speak to her soul, not her skin. Ask what keeps her up at night. See what hides behind her laugh. When you understand her, not flatter her, you connect in ways others can't. You become a mirror to her complexity, not another voice in the crowd. Scarcity is magnetic. The man who is always available becomes background noise. But the one who is rare, because his focus is sacred, becomes an obsession. You don't ghost her to play games. You simply disappear into purpose. You're not elusive. You're exclusive. You invest your time, you don't waste it. That's the man she wonders about. The man she rereads texts from. The one she couldn't control, and thus, could never forget. Emotional grounding wins. A stoic man isn't emotionless. He's emotionally grounded. He doesn't panic when she pulls away or test him. He remains unmoved, not to assert dominance, but because he's solid in who he is. He doesn't react. He responds. Calmly. Clearly. With power. That presence makes her feel safe, not because he agrees with everything, but because he can't be broken by her. And when a woman meets a man who passes her tests, not by winning arguments but by remaining unshaken, she stops testing. Become the experience she can't replicate. She doesn't stay for attention. She stays for transformation. You must become the man who gives her an experience, one rooted in truth, in presence, in realness. Not a performance, but a moment that becomes memory. The man who doesn't chase, but instead reveals a new side of her, the calm, the deep, the raw. That man becomes a ghost in her mind. Not someone she forgot, but someone she compares every man to. Because he didn't just enter her world, he made her want to stay in his. Conclusion. Don't chase her. Build you. If you've been left confused, overthinking, and constantly trying to be enough, it's time to stop chasing and start leading. This isn't just about dating, it's about reclaiming the man you were always meant to be. The Stoic relationship blueprint offers more than tactics, it offers transformation. The goal isn't to impress her. It's to become so complete in yourself that she feels lucky just to be a part of your world. Because when you become that man, anchored, mysterious, grounded, and full of purpose, she doesn't just choose you. She remembers you forever.